My friend, you won't believe what you're betting on, Buffalo. The season is on fire, and the Bills are about to shake things up with moves that could change the offensive and defensive mix. First, there are rumors that a game-changing wide receiver, capable of making Josh Allen ecstatic, could be on the way. Yes, we're talking about a star no one expected to trade. While Bills Mafia is still digesting this possibility, time is also on for 5 other names that could bolster the roster before the trade deadline, and some of them could be game-changing pieces. And as if that weren't enough, Buffalo has already begun strengthening positions affected by injuries, bringing back familiar faces like Beane Spector and Jalen Kimber to the practice squad. I got exclusive information on each of these moves, and what's happening behind the scenes could blow the NFL's mind. But before I reveal all the details, if you're a Bills fan and want to stay up to date, like and subscribe now, because what I'm about to tell you hasn't been published anywhere else. The Buffalo Bills are at a critical point in the 2025 season. Despite a strong start with a 4-1 record, there are still some gaps, especially on offense. Josh Allen, the team's star quarterback, has already made it clear that he needs more weapons to take things to the next level. And now, a hot piece of news is stirring up the fan base. The Bills could be after A.J. Brown, the explosive wide receiver from the Philadelphia Eagles. If this comes to fruition, we think Buffalo's offense could reach a new dimension, and the person most responsible for that would be Josh Allen himself. Bleacher Report's Alex Kay recently stated these hypotheses, noting that the Bills should make a bold move by sending a 2026 second-round pick and a conditional third-round pick, 2027, in exchange for the receiver. But why would this trade make so much sense for Buffalo? Simple. A.J. Brown is exactly what the offense needs. Since the start of the season, Josh Allen has been trying to balance his experimental production with the players at his disposal, but he's still missing that elite wide receiver capable of being the true number one on offense. With a career that includes an impressive 106 receptions for 1,456 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2023, A.J. Brown has already proven himself to be one of the NFL's biggest passing threats. His ability to make big plays, create separation, and change the course of a game is unquestionable. Brown's arrival in Buffalo would not only provide Allen with the weapon he so desperately needs, but also open up more space for other players on the roster, like Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman, who would benefit from a more spread-out defense. The team would then have the ideal balance of passing options and running power, which is essential for a successful offense. Of course, all of this sounds like music to Bills Mafia's ears are on edge, but there's a big question to consider. Would the Eagles actually be interested in trading their star receiver? Although A.J. Brown has struggled in the 2025 season with just 19 receptions, 194 yards, and 1 touchdown so far, his quality on the field remains undeniable. Therefore, speculation is that if he's unhappy with his situation in Philadelphia, this could be an ideal opportunity for Buffalo to make the big move. Now, the questions remain. Would a trade be possible? Buffalo would have to juggle cap space to accommodate Brown's contract, and it wouldn't be an easy task. However, Bills general manager Brandon Beane has proven in the past that he's not afraid to make big moves when he believes a player can take the team to the next level. Beane himself was responsible for the acquisition of Stephon Diggs and Von Miller, 2 additions that have transformed the team into a Super Bowl favorite. This trade wouldn't be easy. The Bills would need to give up future draft picks, and they still have to adjust Brown's contract to fit into cap space. But is this significant enough to propel Buffalo to the top of the AFC? The prospect of having an elite receiver alongside Josh Allen could be more than enough for Brandon Beane and company to make a big bet. While rumors about A.J. Brown are stirring up the market and stirring up Josh Allen, the Bills front office is constantly exploring other possibilities. After all, there's room for impactful reinforcements on offense, so why not explore several options before the trade deadline? Who are the next trade targets? 5 players who could transform the Buffalo Bills. As the 2025 season progresses, the Buffalo Bills find themselves at a crossroads. With an offense still missing an elite receiver and a defense that could benefit from reinforcements, the need for a strategic trade has never been clearer. If the Bills are serious about strengthening their team for a Super Bowl run, a number of players could be key to taking the tempo to the next level. Besides A.J. Brown, who has already generated significant speculation, there are other targets on Buffalo's radar who could be just what the tempo needs. Let's explore 5 players who could completely transform the Bills roster. 1. W.R. Rashid Shaheed, New Orleans Saints. If there's one thing the Bills' passing attack is missing, it's a true deep threat. Rashid Shaheed, the New Orleans Saints wide receiver, is exactly that. His impressive speed and ability to break down defenses with long plays could be the piece Josh Allen needs to expand his passing game. Shaheed has already demonstrated his ability to make big plays, including an 88-yard touchdown against the New York Giants in 2024. 4. He would not only bring explosiveness to Buffalo's offense, but also open up more space for other receivers, such as Gabe Davis and Dalton Kincaid. Shaheed would be a high-impact addition, adding more excitement and unpredictability to Buffalo's experience. 2. W.R. Chris Olave, New Orleans Saints. Another Saint who could be an immediate reinforcement target for the Buffalo Bills is Chris Olave. With 2 consecutive years of over 1,000 receiving tanks, Olave is an extremely talented wide receiver and could be the number 1 receiver Buffalo has been searching for. Although Olave's 2024 season was marred by injuries, his potential is undeniable, and he's a player who can dominate the line of scrimmage with his technical ability and explosiveness. His ability to run precise routes and gain separation could give Allen a reliable option, especially in crucial moments. If the Bills were able to trade for Olave, they would be acquiring a true star. 3. W.R. Jacoby Myers, Las Vegas Raiders. While the Las Vegas Raiders continue to struggle for consistency, Jacoby Myers stands out as a valuable asset to any team. His style of play, based on the ability to make intelligent plays on the sidelines, would be ideal for Buffalo's offensive system. Myers is the type of player who could become Josh Allen's primary target, with a good ability to get free and make crucial catches in key moments. His discoveries in moving around the field and his ability to create separation, even without being the most explosive player, would make Myers an important addition to the Bills' defense. He would be a perfect complement alongside other targets, bringing a new dimension to Buffalo's offense. 4. W.R. DJ Moore, Chicago Bears. DJ Moore, who has been a constant force in the Chicago Bears offense, is seeing his production decline with the growth of Rome Odunze. However, he remains a highly talented receiver with the ability to impact the game. Moore could be an ideal target for the Bills, especially if the Bears decide to restructure in 2025. Despite his struggles in Chicago, Moore remains a constant threat in the NFL, with a proven ability to make explosive catches and make opposing defenses worry with his speed and rotational skills. For Buffalo, his experience and physical play would add a new element to the offense, and he could provide Allen with another reliable weapon in crucial moments. 5. CB Rick Woolen, Seattle Seahawks. While Buffalo's focus has been predominantly on offense, the defense also needs strategic reinforcements. A cornerback like Seattle Seahawks corner Rick Woolen could be exactly what Sean McDermott needs. Woolen is a tall, guide-like player with incredible ball skills, making him an ideal option to strengthen the Bills' secondary. His ability to cover opposing receivers and his penchant for intercepting passes could give Buffalo a significant advantage on defense, especially in crucial games. Buffalo's already talented secondary would be even more feared with Woolen, bringing more confidence and intimacy to the defensive system. While trade negotiations are ongoing, the Buffalo Bills have also taken steps to strengthen their positions with the return of 2 familiar faces. Linebacker Balin Spector and cornerback Jalen Kimber were brought back for practice, while Otis Reese IV was released. The move is a direct response to the numerous injuries that have plagued the linebacker and cornerback positions so far this season. With Matt Milano and Dorian Williams dealing with injuries, the signing of Spector and Kimber aims to ensure depth at critical positions. Spector, a player with potential, already has experience with the team, and Kimber, despite his temporary departure, could be a key piece in the cornerback rotation. The situation at the back of the defense is becoming increasingly complicated, and the addition of these players is an attempt to strengthen the roster as the Bills prepare for a crucial matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. With A.J. Brown potentially joining the Buffalo Bills, along with options like Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, and Rick Woolen, which of these moves do you think would have the biggest impact on the team's pursuit of a Super Bowl title in 2025? And to what extent could Brandon Beane's trade strategy shape the Bills' future season? Share your thoughts here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Buffalo Bills news.